same principles, it's the same work, and we're different expressions of the same work. And so we've never done this before and actually shared stage together.
We're just the idea, maybe we can put it together and just see that our work, that it's a lot about creating peace in the world, it's a lot about creating peace in people's minds and hearts to create that in the outside.
Like the earth and the sky, they keep on changing, and so do you and I. So let there be peace of mind. Let there be peace of mind. Let there be peace all the time. And look how much your love, feel how beautiful you are. See you're healed and whole, and feel it with your heart. Like the moon and the sun, they keep on shining day and all night long. Like the earth and the sky, they keep on changing, and so do you and I. So let there be peace of mind. Let there be peace of mind. Let there be peace. Let there be peace all the time.
Travel a lot, you plant seeds everywhere you go. And sometimes when you don't spend enough time in one space, you never see actually how the seeds grow, and you have the feeling you're never really harvesting what you planted. And then when we decided to go back to Matthew's home to Hawaii, where we met, it was for me the first time that I really felt, okay, this is really a spot I want to stay here right now. I was also forced into doing it because of the visa process, so I wasn't allowed to leave the country for 9 months, and that was actually very good because I could really face a lot of things that were not really nice on the inside. I had to work myself through that, and now finally I have the chance to see what my garden is. And then I was sitting and watching the sunset, and I figured that we are all human and that we have a lot of responsibility and that it's in our hands to make something different.
Somehow the time is just passing by. You better just do it instead only try. Learn and fight the wind and learn how to fly when you fall. Somehow the ocean is endless and deep. You better jump in it and learn how to breathe. When you jump in it and learn how to breathe, you are free. Human, that's what we are, we are. Human, that's what we are, we are. Human. Somehow my words are empty and cold. Do I still believe what I've been told? Take it or leave it, there's no time to grow, you're too old. Somehow my heart is laughing out loud. You have this life to figure it out. Learn and bite the wind and learn how to fly when you fall. Da, 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 da.
Germany, see where she's from, Australia, which is where my dad is from, New Zealand, where we got lost in the edge of a 100-year-old storm. One edge was in Australia, and the other edge was with us in New Zealand, which I don't know about this whole, what you guys feel about this whole climate change thing, but you know, when you have 200-year storms within 2 years of each other, I'd say that there's probably some truth to that kind of. My travels also took me to Mongolia, where I got to work with some people that, surprise, surprise, are dealing with the same kind of challenges that we face, because we are all human. We all poop, we all pee, we all need to eat, we all need to drink, and it's the common thread that binds us all, you know, no matter where you go in the world. And it's interesting because here in Hawaii, we are actually in a very, very precarious position. So has anyone heard about how many weeks worth of food that we'd have left over if the ships were to stop for any reason? Go ahead. 3 days.
I heard a month.
I heard a month. Anyone hear anything else? I've heard 2 weeks. I've heard 2 days. I've heard, but not a lot. Let's go with a month. So if the ships did stop for whatever reason, how many people here have more than a month's food? More than 3 weeks? 2 weeks? 1 week? 1 week? Okay, right on. So by raise of hands, how many people here grow some or part or all of your own food? Raise your hands up high. Awesome. Give them a round of applause. We are quiet revolutionaries right here. When Lucie and I got back, in part of our travels, we saw this amazing movement called permablitz, which is a global movement. It's a grassroots movement that started in Melbourne, Australia, and it's really simple. It's all about people helping on permablitz design techniques, and the idea is that we come out, we have a lot of fun, we learn a new skill or two, we make a new friend or two, and we start to share resources. And we're trading in a currency outside of money now. We're trading in the currency of relationships, which underneath it all is, if the ships ever do stop, that's what's going to get us through. The quality of our relationships, not the size of your bank. So you're witnessing here sort of some of the after pictures now. There's a taro patch and a sweet potato patch with some turmeric, also known as Olena here. The food at these things is off the hook. And it's one of the highlights of permablitz. This is a seed sharing workshop that was conducted. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, and it works on 3 guiding principles. The first principle is it's all based on permaculture design, which is to say permaculture is simply a design framework that allows us to use what's available on site or in the community to create a system that over time will support itself. It will create more energy in produce that it creates than it took to set it up in the first place. The second principle is that of reciprocity. Pay it forward. So the idea is you come out, volunteer at 3 blitzes, and you qualify for the network to come and blitz a place of your choosing. As long as it's legal, we're down to do it. We've had some offers of, let's go permablitz the median strip at da-da-da-da. We're not quite there yet. That's another conversation for another time, which we better not include that in the video. You guys can just censor that out. And the third principle of permablitz is that of building community. Okay? And the nicest thing that happens at these things is the neighbors are like, what are all these crazy people doing in your yards? And how do we get them in our yard? And it's a lot of fun. So again, going back to the theme that we started on of us being different expressions of the same underlying work. So Lucie's music and her words and her performance, it speaks to you on a cellular level, it speaks to your soul, right? Her songs are about things that are, again, the common threads that bind us all. And my work in food security, it's the same thing. This is just a different expression of it. We have another bunch of friends that are also involved with the movement, who are all unique, individual expressions of the same underlying work. And the fact that you guys are all here today tells us that you are probably the same, unique, individual expressions of the same underlying work. So I'm going to show you a quick video. Thank you very much. This has been a lot of fun.
while the oil's getting less, our cars are getting more, turning blue skies gray. So where have all the good news? Where have they gone? Tell me, where have all the good news? Where have they gone? Now the plan has been made to make it all work, but it stays the same. And while their pours no food, they do research on a pill that can cure this pain. And while they talk about freedom and love and peace, here comes the autumn rain. So where are you in all of this? Are you a victim or a fool and bliss? If you want good news, then pay the price. Just make them happen and realize you can be the good news for everyone. If you keep the vision, write it all down, sing it out loud, you can't go wrong. You can be the good news for everyone. If you keep the vision, write it all down, sing it out loud, you can't go wrong. Another tree has been planted, and a garden installed, and it grows in time. Someone started a project to feed hungry mouths, and I see them smile. And while people change diets and thoughts in their minds,